Section 3.2 Compare statements and connectives. There are three objectives for this section. The first one is to express compare statements in symbolic form. The second one is to express symbolic statements with parentheses in English. The last one is to use the dominance of connectives. The simple statements convey one idea with no connecting words. For the compare statements, these will combine two or more simple statements using connectives. Connectives that we are talking about are words used to join simple statements. For example, they are the word and, the word or, the word if then, and the word if and only if. If P and Q are two simple statements, the and statements, or we call conjunction, in the symbolic form for the P and Q is in the form of the letter P, and the notation, it looks like the letter V but upside down to represent the connective and then the statement Q. So we read P and Q. Equivalent statement that would use the connective instead of the and could be yet, but, nevertheless. For examples, on the left column, you can see they all are the connective and statement or the conjunction P and Q. In English statement, we can read a P and Q, P but Q, P yet Q, P nevertheless Q, where P and Q are simple statements. The next connective is the or connective. So we call the or statement or disjunction. For the statement P or Q, the symbolic form in the form of the letter P for the statement P, the letter Q for the statement Q, and the connective or represented by the symbol that looks like the letter V to connect the simple statements P and Q. The next connective is if then. The if then statement, or we call the conditional statement. If statement P, then statement Q. The symbolic form is in the form of the letter P for the statement P, the arrow with the head on the right side that represent the symbol for the connective if then, and then followed by the statement Q. So we read it if P then Q. The antecedent would be the simple statement on the left side of the arrow. The consequence would be the simple statement on the right side of the arrow. There are equivalent conditional statements with the if P then Q. Could be Q if P, P is sufficient for Q, P only if Q, only if Q, P. So to reduce the confusion, just stick with the connective if then. The last connective is if and only if. The if and only if statement is called biconditional statement. The simple statement P, if and only if simple statement Q, or we call P if and only if Q. The symbolic form of this is the letter P for the simple statement P, and then the two-head arrow as the connective if and only if, and follows by the simple statement Q. There are equivalent conditional statements for P if and only if Q, as Q if and only if P. If P then Q, and if Q then P. P is necessary and sufficient for Q, Q is necessary and sufficient for P. Again, to minimize the confusion, just stick with the connective if and only if in the straightforward form as P if and only if Q. At this point, you see the symbolic form for the negation or the not P, the conjunction P and Q, disjunction P or Q, conditional statement P then Q, and the biconditional statement P if and only if Q.